What's up? It's episode 5 of Sellerscast. Today we are talking about the 2018 Black Friday Cyber Monday wrap-up. So let's talk about what we saw. Today is Tuesday, which means Cyber Monday just ended. We had Black Friday that was that entire weekend, which it really just felt like we should just call it like a Black Weekend or something. So let's back and forth. What'd you notice? Go.
Okay. I think in general, I feel like the holiday shopping season started a little bit earlier this year. Whenever Halloween falls in the middle of the week, it ends up that first weekend right after it ends up being like when you first start seeing holiday stuff in stores and online. The season definitely got off to a very fast start this year.
I feel like the day of Black Friday or the day of Cyber Monday itself is no longer really that relevant. I started getting mailers as well as newsletters at least a week prior. I got another one 2 weeks before, and it was just don't wait for Black Friday, don't wait for Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
So it's really just becoming sellers are just ignoring the days, which is fine. Like if you're gonna bleed into Thursday, why not bleed into Wednesday and Tuesday and just the month?
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed is that I feel like a lot of people did a lot of promotions, and then a lot of people tanked hard. Like I saw some people, there was no like some people did okay. It was either some sellers did great or some sellers did awful.
I think there's not, I don't know, maybe this is just in my experience, but sometimes the mistake that I see is not a lot of diversity in the promotions. So it'll either be all the same products or all the same coupon or all the same discount. Instead of maybe discriminating by product category or your more popular sellers or your less popular sellers. So I think that might have something to do with it.
I think too that like the quote unquote like doorbusters is always the thing that everyone wants to go for. But if you're doing like 20% off for the entire weekend, like some people do that in August. Like
exactly. It's not impressive. It's not surprising. It's not exciting. I guess I'm not excited for it.
It's becoming more and more difficult to really stand out and actually have a discount that people are excited about.
Yeah.
So I found people, the ones that did it right, the ones that seemed to be really successful were the ones that started to promote. They were advertising their advertisement. Yeah. So it was like prepping for Black Friday. It was almost like kind of like Super Bowl ads where you see an ad on social media and they say keep an eye on it later.
Teaser ad.
Exactly. So that's kind of what I saw. So I guess the ones that we saw that were most successful either started really early or had some crazy discount going on.
Yeah, definitely. I think the other thing that I started noticing is already from, I would say, I didn't really notice this over the summer, but I think as soon as like Q4 hit, a lot of retargeting. I think this has really picked up a lot of traction that people are starting to realize that if you lose someone off your site, you got to get them back. So I think that's another trend that I noticed that people are taking advantage of.
Yeah. So the one thing I noticed that I feel like everyone kind of improved on a little bit this year, where I didn't see that much of it last year, was they're willing to give up a little bit more margin to get the sale so that they can keep the customer, and people are more focused on the lifetime value of their customer than they are for just one purchase, which is a lot of the issues we have, which I'm sure we'll do an episode on this, of like people where sellers where they just get a purchase and then it ends and they don't care about the customer after that, and they don't really look at the lifetime value of a customer, in which case you may be willing to spend more on advertising if your customer is going to come back and shop again in the future or anything like that. So that's definitely something I saw where there's a lot more opportunity of people requesting emails or all of the discounts. The only way you could get it was with you put an email in or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was definitely something else I saw.
I think so too. The other thing I noticed, kind of on the same topic of lifetime value, is a lot of referral emails. So people are doing like, refer a friend, get $10 off, get 20% off your next purchase or something. Because I think people are realizing that if you can utilize an existing customer base for their network, you're already in a good place. I think it's something I've been seeing a lot of, and I'm kind of wondering if it's going to continue or if it's going to kind of prove itself.
Perfect. So, ironically, a lot of email talk kind of brings me around the tool I wanted to mention today. So, big fans here, Privy. Great pop-up software, integrates fantastically with Shopify as well as WooCommerce, BigCommerce, and all those fun ones. We use them. We work with them all the time. Again, we don't get paid to say this. I just really like Privy. I suggest using them. Incredibly customizable pop-ups, great way to target different audiences. My favorite thing is if you get someone who comes from Instagram, you can show them a specific pop-up, or someone from Facebook or someone from Google Ads, so you can kind of cater to whichever that audience is. So that is definitely one of our favorite tools. So we figured we'd give them some love today. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week. Hopefully everyone did well for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Again, if you have any topics that you would like us to cover, please make sure to comment below, and of course subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.